The world is shifting. We are witnessing a profound transformation in the way nations interact, compete, and cooperate on the global stage. For decades, the US and its Western allies set the rules, shaping the international order to reflect their interests and values. But now, a new force is rising. BRICS, a coalition that's challenging the status quo and demanding a seat at the table. This isn't just another club of nations, it's a powerful alliance of major economies, representing billions of people, united by a shared vision for a more balanced world. Their goal? A future not dominated by the West, but shaped by multiple centers of influence, where every region has a voice and a stake in global decisions. BRICS believes the Global South deserves a bigger voice, and they're building their own institutions, like the new Development Bank, to make that happen, empowering countries that have long been on the sidelines. This isn't just talk. It's a real effort to create a parallel system of finance, trade, and diplomacy, and it's gaining momentum with every new agreement and initiative. The old certainties are fading. The world order we once knew is being rewritten, and the pace of change is accelerating. Decisions in Beijing, Moscow, and New Delhi now matter as much as those in Washington or Berlin. Power is no longer concentrated in just a few capitals. We'll break down BRICS explosive growth, Turkey's interest in joining, the bloc's internal divisions, and how the US and its allies are responding to this seismic shift. At the heart of it all is multipolarity, the idea that no single superpower should dominate, but rather that global leadership should be shared among many. The implications are enormous, potentially reshaping global trade, finance and diplomacy for generations to come, affecting everything from economic growth to security alliances. This is the story of a world in transition, a world where new alliances are forming, old assumptions are being challenged, and the future is being rewritten before our eyes, and why it matters to all of us. BRICS has transformed from a coalition of 5 emerging economies into a powerful global alliance. What began as a loose partnership between Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa has evolved into something much larger and more influential on the world stage. Today, the group is often called BRICS Plus, reflecting its recent and ambitious expansion beyond its original members. The addition of Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, the UAE, and Indonesia has dramatically increased the bloc's reach, now representing nearly 45% of the world's population, almost half of humanity under one umbrella. Economically, BRICS Plus wields enormous influence, accounting for over 35% of global GDP when measured by purchasing power parity. This economic clout is only expected to grow as more countries express interest in joining. The expanded bloc now controls about 30% of the world's oil production, thanks to the inclusion of new energy powerhouses. This gives BRICS Plus a strategic advantage in the global energy sector. With this energy dominance, BRICS can exert significant leverage over global energy markets and influence prices, impacting economies far beyond its own borders. One of the bloc's boldest ambitions is de-dollarization, reducing reliance on the US dollar in international trade and finance, a move that could reshape global commerce. By trading in their own currencies, BRICS nations hope to shield themselves from US sanctions and the unpredictable swings of American monetary policy, aiming for greater financial independence. For many developing nations, joining BRICS means more than just economic opportunity. It offers solidarity, access to new markets, and a political platform outside the traditional Western-dominated system. The bloc is positioning itself as the leading voice of the Global South, championing the interests of emerging economies. Its rapid growth shows that this message is resonating across continents. BRICS is no longer just an acronym, it's a force actively reshaping the global order, challenging old power structures and offering a new vision for the future. Turkey once looked west, its ambitions firmly set on joining the European Union and becoming a central part of the European community. For decades, Turkish leaders pursued EU membership, hoping for deep integration with Europe, economically, politically, and culturally. But years of stalled talks, shifting priorities in Brussels, and political disputes left Ankara frustrated and disillusioned, searching for new partners and alternatives. Turkish leaders now emphasize strategic autonomy, making it clear they won't wait forever for the EU's approval or acceptance. The BRICS bloc, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, offers Turkey access to fast-growing markets and a chance to elevate its global status, both economically and diplomatically. Closer ties with China, India, and Brazil could boost Turkey's economy, open up new trade routes, and give it a seat at a new table of global decision-makers. This isn't about abandoning the West, but about balancing interests, diversifying alliances, and forging an independent path in a rapidly changing world. Turkey has rejected special partnership offers from both the EU and BRICS, insisting on full membership and equal footing, not second-tier status. The message is clear. Turkey wants to help shape the rules of the international system, not just follow them or be left on the sidelines. Its pursuit of alternatives signals to the West that it's determined to chart its own course, even if that means taking risks and facing new challenges. For Turkey, BRICS represents both opportunity and leverage, a way to strengthen its hand in negotiations and adapt to a shifting global order. The search for new alliances and a more influential role on the world stage is just beginning, and Turkey's journey eastward is far from over. Despite Turkey's formal application, its path to BRICS membership quickly hit a wall. The main obstacle, India, which vetoed Turkey's bid due to Ankara's support for Pakistan, especially during renewed conflict over Kashmir. India accused Turkey of supplying Pakistan with advanced drones and military advisors, making Turkish membership unacceptable. BRICS operates by consensus, so India's opposition was decisive. China also had reservations, wary of admitting a NATO member into a bloc meant to counter Western dominance. Turkey's ties to NATO and the US complicated its case, raising concerns in both New Delhi and Beijing. The result: Turkey's application was put on indefinite hold, despite the bloc's recent expansion. Old rivalries and strategic calculations still shape the New World Order. Even among nations seeking change, national interests come first. For now, Turkey remains on the outside, its ambitions checked by geopolitics. Washington is watching BRICS's rise, and Turkey's interest, with growing concern. The US sees the bloc as a direct challenge to its global leadership, especially as BRICS eyes a new currency to rival the dollar. President Trump's second term brought threats of massive tariffs, up to 100%, on any country supporting BRICS de-dollarization efforts. The message: the US will defend the dollar's dominance at all costs. These threats extend to any nation aligning too closely with BRICS, putting countries like Turkey in a tough spot. As a NATO ally and major US trading partner, Turkey can't afford crippling tariffs. American pressure has made Ankara more cautious after its stalled BRICS bid. The risk of US retaliation is a powerful deterrent for any country considering a pivot east. The stakes are high: align with BRICS for autonomy and opportunity, or stick with the West to avoid economic pain. For Turkey and others, the balancing act is more delicate than ever. BRICS is not a unified bloc, it's a coalition of rivals with clashing interests. Russia and China push for a hardline anti-Western agenda, seeking rapid de-dollarization and new institutions. India, Brazil, and the UAE prefer reform over confrontation, wanting a bigger voice, but also good ties with the West. These differences create constant tension and make consensus difficult as the group grows. The Turkey veto is a prime example. India's security concerns overrode the bloc's expansion goals. When national interests are at stake, unity takes a back seat. The future of BRICS depends on managing these divisions and finding common ground. Its success, or failure, will shape the next era of global politics. Turkey isn't the only European nation eyeing BRICS. Others are quietly exploring closer ties. Countries like Hungary and Serbia see engagement with BRICS as a way to diversify partnerships and assert sovereignty. Hungary, an EU and NATO member, has courted Chinese investment and kept close ties with Moscow. Serbia, an EU candidate, welcomes Chinese projects and Russian support. For these nations, BRICS offers economic benefits and political leverage in a multipolar world. But this approach risks friction with the EU, as leaders in Berlin and Paris worry about divisions within Europe. The balancing act is delicate: reap the benefits of new alliances without alienating traditional partners. Europe's cautious outreach reflects a world where power is more diffuse and choices are more complicated. The BRICS story is just beginning, and the coming years will test its ability to turn potential into power. The bloc's push for de-dollarization will likely proceed gradually, with more trade in local currencies and new payment systems. Turkey's stalled bid shows that joining BRICS isn't easy, but interest in alternatives to the West is growing. We may see new forms of partnership, BRICS Plus for countries seeking closer ties without full membership. The rise of BRICS signals the end of unchallenged Western dominance and the dawn of a multipolar world. This new reality is more complex and unpredictable, demanding new diplomacy from all sides. How the G7 and BRICS compete and cooperate will define the 21st century. The future is unwritten, and the world is watching.